Hi, I'm Tiffany Obar, and I'm here to give you a couple of tips on voice auditions for YouTube. If you follow my steps, then you'll be on the way to making more professional and effective auditions, which in turn can increase your chances of getting the part you want. So let's dive right into it. Part 1. Pre-recording. So the very first thing you need to do is to make sure you have the proper equipment. You need a recording program, a microphone, headphones, and of course a script. All of this may seem overwhelming and a little costly, but with my help you can avoid that stress. First, the recording program. Software can be very costly, as we all know. Since most of us are not professionals, we don't want to spend the money for it. But there is a solution. There's a lovely little program called Audacity that is completely free to download. When it comes to a microphone, do not dismay, for almost any USB one will work. In fact, you would be surprised by what works. I myself was amazed when I found that my PS2 SingStar mic had beautiful quality, as you can tell now. It would also be best if you had a microphone stand, because if you hold the microphone with your hand, the volume levels are going to change because you naturally move on your own. When it comes to headphones, the sound canceling ones are best, but they will burn a hole in your wallet or purse. So as long as you can hear, anything should work fine. When preparing to record, make sure that you have a comfortable and quiet environment. In fact, it is best to be alone. I would suggest a bedroom or even a closet. Do not try a bathroom or a kitchen because you will have echo. So anything with hard floors such as wood, tile, would not be a good spot to do this. Also, no one is going to want to hear Mom cooking dinner and Billy playing Super Smash Brothers in the background for their animation. Part 2. The recording process. So you have all of your equipment and are in a quiet place, right? Good. Now you can start recording. Remember, my tips will work best if you are using the program Audacity that we spoke about earlier. Step 1. Record an intro. Just start with a simple introduction of your name and the characters you are auditioning for. Example. Hi, I'm Tiffany Obar. I will be auditioning for Chiyomihama and Osaka. That's it. Make sure it is in your regular voice and that you don't ramble. The director already knows their name and their animation's name, so putting it in the title is enough. You don't need to be talking about it during the audition recording. Step 2. Recording your lines. There are a few suggestions I have for you. First, do not ramble on. The director does not want to hear your comments on how awesome their art or story is. That is called kissing up, which will get you nowhere. Also, do not make excuses like, "Sorry, my throat is sore today," or "My mic isn't working right." If you make excuses now, what happens with the real thing? Also, if you say you suck, you probably do. So maybe you shouldn't be voice acting. If you let the director know that you think you did a bad job, there's a smaller chance of you getting the part. When recording, record each line separately. That way, if you get interrupted or want to redo that line, it's very simple. You just delete the old track and record a new one. You can re-record that line as many times as you want, but be sure you only leave one copy for the final cut. The reason you only want to do each line once, unless the director advises otherwise, is because you want the director to believe that you are sure of yourself and your audition. Plus, it's a whole lot easier on the ears. Here's some tips to make a good quality recording. 1. Do not hold the mic with your hand. It will move too close and far from your mouth, creating unwanted volume changes. 2. Do not speak too close or too far from the mic. Being too close can muffle the sound and pick up unwanted breathing. Speaking too far will make it difficult to hear. The distance should be about the length of one hand from your mouth to the mic. 3. Keep away from distractions. You can totally lose focus and mess up somehow. 4. Treat it like it's the real thing. Act like it's an audition for Pixar's next film or even Funimation if that's what floats your boat. If you try harder, it will usually turn out better for you. Finally, once you have finished all your lines, just end with a polite thank you. Nothing more is needed than that. A director isn't going to want to have to sit and listen to you talk for 5 minutes about how excited you were and how much fun you had recording and how you really hope you get a part and that you're willing to do any part. If they call you back or tell you you did a good job, that's when you can say you had a fun time doing it and maybe give the director a compliment. But try to keep it professional and just say thank you. Step 3. Post-recording. This part can be the longest and most grueling part of all, editing. You want to play back every recording to make sure that it is the best quality. If you feel it is too quiet or too loud, Audacity enables you to manually change the volume. If you are unsure of the quality, have a second party come in and listen to it. If you want, you can add background music and effects, but that's generally more for demo reels. When you save the program, make sure you export it also as a WAV or MP3 format so you can play it with other programs. For Audacity, you have to download a second program which should be on the same page as the Audacity download, which enables you to export these programs as those other formats. Next, you want to put it on video. The easiest way is through Windows Movie Maker. You can post a picture and even add titles and credits. Before you post it, listen through one final time to make sure you are pleased with your work. Then send it in and see what happens. Happy auditioning!